We are playing around with some ideas for a YouTube series where we discuss current lawsuits and legal charges in the news to educate small employers on worst case scenarios and how to avoid them. We're thinking about calling this series Avoid the Verdict. Let me know in the comments if this name lands for you. Okay, who's in the news today? Let's look at some of the legal charges that are in the media in June of 2025. And keep in mind, even if you're watching this at some date in the future, there's a good chance you can probably learn from these mistakes. Okay, I also want to give my disclaimer that although you may shake your head at these and wonder what the heck the employer was thinking, remember that we did not walk in their shoes and we don't know the basis for their decisions. Sometimes a terrible situation can wear you down and cause you to operate out of desperation instead of logic. And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And if you don't have strong HR support or legal counsel, those decisions can trigger these results. All right, number one is a well-known restaurant chain franchisee settles with the EEOC for $261,000. $186K went towards resolving claims from a gay Black employee who claimed he faced racial and homophobic slurs. This charge also included allegations of sex-based harassment of female staff. And then $75K of the $261 addressed underpayment and hostility toward a worker with an intellectual disability. The charge alleged that this worker faced harassment and was paid less than his coworkers without disabilities. Notably, the claim states that multiple employees complained about the behavior, but nothing was done. And I say it all the time. The way your charge is going to be pursued by the EEOC and hit the media is if you do nothing. So please, if you learn nothing else from any of these videos, make sure you take action to resolve complaints as quickly as possible and document that action. All right, number two, a Las Vegas restaurant faces a $215,000 judgment. This involves a Black line cook reporting ongoing racial slurs from coworkers, including doing so in front of his family at a company event. Now, HR did do what the court identified as a cursory investigation, but they claimed they found no malicious intent, and so they did nothing about it. Notably for this one, the employee resigned. And when that happens, many employers sit back, breathe a sigh of relief, and feel the case is closed because, after all, they didn't terminate the employee. However, this is what is called constructive discharge. That's when constructive discharge comes into play. When an employee resigns because the work environment becomes unbearable for them to face, this is treated the same as if the employer terminated them. In fact, I would argue it may even be worse because often at this point, the employee is claiming that they are in acute mental distress. Please also note, intent does not matter in cases of discrimination and sexual harassment. Does not matter if the offender says they were just joking or they didn't mean anything by it. What does matter is the effect on the individual and even third parties. Number three, a nationwide mobile service provider's race bias lawsuit moves forward this month. This one involves an employee who alleges her bonus was slashed and she was laid off for race, not performance. Here are the noteworthy takeaways from this one. The company cited performance issues, failures on their Slack platform, missed meetings, as the reason for termination. However, a supervisor testified that they didn't think bonus decisions should be based on Slack performance and indicated that the employee had complained about being excluded from meetings. And then the HR emails about the termination attributed the layoff to role reduction, not performance. So that makes three reasons for termination and none of them are aligned. And this is why we always recommend deciding on a reason for termination, sticking to it, and informing the employee what that reason is. When you have disparity in these things, the confusion will lead to decisions in the employee's favor. And when you are mysterious with the employee about the reason for termination, their attorney will come up with a discriminatory or retaliatory reason that may be proven plausible in court. So what are the takeaways? Number one, take every complaint seriously, investigate thoroughly, and research applicable employment laws prior to making a final decision for adverse action. Number two, Document everything, being mindful of how your documentation might come under fire. And number 3, be proactive, not reactive. Ask clarifying questions to fully understand different perspectives so you can apply mitigating measures to not only protect your company, but promote a rewarding and productive work environment for staff. Listen, if these cases make you nervous, if any part of this makes you feel like one of these days I'm going to have to look into HR support, let me tell you that now is the time. Securing great HR support for your company and your employees does not have to be painful or cost prohibitive. You don't have to know HR, you don't have to hire, train, and develop an HR person, and you don't have to crunch numbers to fit it into your budget. You can go to amplifiedhr.com right now to learn how easy it can be to sleep better at night knowing HR is handled.